Hi everybody, I am going to assemble an invitation for you today. Let's see what's next. This is a really popular one. It's called Celtic Charm, and it has a little charm, a cute little charm that goes on there. What happened to my ribbon? I dropped it. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, now when you go on, if you haven't used our self-assembly kits before, you have a couple of options. You can type this yourself. So when you come into this design and you say type your template, this exact wording will pop up, and then you go in, you can change the names, the fonts, the wording, whatever you want. Now, if you're not good at that bit, if you're not just it's getting weird and you're having trouble with it, there's an option there for us to do that for you. So you don't even have to do that. Either way, it comes completely printed and ready to go. So the first thing you want to do is mount your top layer onto your foundation layer. And the way we do that is with double-sided tape, which comes in your kit. This double-sided tape doesn't have to be, use scissors on it. It can be torn, which is great and handy. And you don't have to put that tape on edge to edge or straight or anything like. Just throw it on there, keep it as simple as you can. And then it's finger pull tape, so it's easy to pull off. And once in a while, a piece will get stuck. I felt like this one, you see that? It didn't even stick, the tape didn't stick to that. If that happens, I just push it back down and pull it from the middle, because if you pull it from the middle, it always comes off. So if that happens, just do it that way. So there you go. Now, when mounting this, the big thing is that it's not crooked. Nothing else really matters. So you can do it different ways, but what I would do, and where you have a little more control, is to do it in a landscape format. So what you want to do is, don't really pay too much attention to what's going on from here down. Just look at the top part of this, the two sides and the top, and this half, the top half of it. That's all you need to worry about. So what you want to do is take the invitation and kind of position it. Don't push it down because then it'll stick. It's not stuck yet. So just position it so that you can see the same amount of the brown craft card coming through the top and the two sides. And if that's good, push it down. And if that's right, then the whole thing will be right. And that's as simple as it is. So now it's mounted. The next thing we do is there'll be twine and ribbon in your kit, if that's what the design called for, and this one does. And you can use this as your template to cut the rest of your ribbon, because we have this cut to size. Now, if you decide you want to tie it a different way, that's fine, but just make sure you make a template so that you can use that to cut the rest of your ribbon. So with this one, I'm going to leave enough. I want to tie it twice around there, but I want to leave enough that when I tie it in a bow, I still have a little bit hanging down. I don't want it to stop there, but you could do that if that's the way you want to do it. But for me, this is the way I want to do it. So I'm just going to hold it there, and I'm going to go ahead and bring it around twice to there. I could have done that better. I still have enough, but could have done a better job on that. And you can put this wherever you want. I'm going to have the guest name showing through there, so I'm going to kind of put it around where the guest name shows. Now, this piece, you can do it two ways now. You can just simply tie it right there in a knot, and that's the easiest thing to do. I sometimes will pull this piece down underneath these two pieces. And the reason why I do that is if I want to do some adjustment, I find that I have a little more control with it. But I'm happy with that. I might just pull this one down like that. There we go. So then just make sure it's a bit taut, not too taut, and go ahead and hold it there. Then take this organza ribbon, and this comes in different colors, so you have different choices. And by the way, speaking of choices, I don't know how many I have on there, maybe 3 or 4 colors that you can choose from, but if there's another color that you want that you don't see, just send me a little note because I have other colors in stock. So what I'm going to do is where this is in the middle, I love holding things up so nobody can see them. I need to quit doing that. So I'm going to hold that in the middle, and I'm going to push it down there. Now I'm going to tie this twine. I'm going to knot it so that that piece stays in place. Okay. Now, organza can be tricky to work with, so I'm going to make my bow, and I'm going to make a bunny ear bow, and that is by making little bunny ears. I hope you can see this. I don't know how to keep my big fingers out of the way, but the reason why I do bunny ears is because you have more control on where the ends hang down, where they drape. So I've got 1 bunny ear, 2 bunny ear, and then I just make a bow, pull it through. And that way, before I pull this tight, I can make sure that that both of these pieces are hanging down. Organza is slippery and hard to work with. So first pull it just very lightly. Then, you want that to come down a little bit. You need to pull that one down a little bit like this. Before you pull it tight, get it real small because it really slips. So when you pull it, it does open up a bit. So there you go. That's fine. Okay, now I'm going to put on the little Celtic charm, the pièce de résistance, as they say. So just stick that on there, pull it up, and now you can tie. You can either leave the twine tied in a knot right now and leave it hanging down so the only bow is this bow, or you can tie this in a bow as well. And the thin twine is easy. You don't have to do bunny ears. You can tie it like a shoelace because it's easy to work with. So see, I could have made that longer so it hung down more, but it doesn't matter. I like the way it looks. That's cute. Okay, so then I'm going to go down here and cut off my ribbon, and I usually do that at an angle, like so. And maybe this one a little bit. And there you go. That is the Celtic knot, Celtic charm invitation. Easy to put together, a little bit time consuming, but as you can see, anybody can do it. So if you want to save a bit of money, the self-assembly kits are great. If you don't want to be bothered, you can order them completely assembled. Just go into the wedding invitation section. Okay, thanks very much. Bye.